Hey guys, so Don had told me that you guys needed a little more information on solving quadratic inequalities. So I've got some really good news for you. The solution to a quadratic inequality is the graph itself. So if you pop these into Desmos and you type them correctly, then it is enough for you to basically just copy down the graph and note the double shaded region, and that double shaded region is your answer. So it's as simple as that. So I've done an example right here for you, and I am going to share this Desmos file with you. Just going to go over it very briefly. This is y is greater than x squared minus 4x minus 4, and y is less than negative x squared plus 4x plus 4. So I've got the first one graphed, and as you can see, it's got a dotted line. That's because it's greater than and not greater than or equal to, which means that the points on the dotted line are not greater than the function, right? The only y coordinates that are greater than the outputs of the function are the ones shaded in red. All right. So in a second, I'm going to show you what that means with some test points. The second function, when you graph it, looks like this right here. All right. And so what's happening there is that function has its own set of possible solutions. So basically, what you need to know about these functions, these inequalities, is that they have an unlimited amount of solutions. You're not going to write down a final answer of x is equal to anything, right? Because the entire area is the solution set. So the best way for you to answer this, and actually the only way for you to answer this, is for you to actually draw the graph. So that's basically all you need to do. Draw what Desmos shows you, and you've got the answer. All right. So if you notice, I've got an area that is red, an area that is blue, and then I've got a double overlapped area that's kind of purple, right? This double shaded or purple region is the actual solution set. These are the solutions, all right? So let me show you what that means with a few points, all right? If I were to pick any point right here in the purple area, in the double shaded area, it would be an answer to this system. Any point outside of this purple area is not an answer to the system. It is either only an answer to the red inequality or the blue inequality or to none of them. So here I go. Solution test points. I've got 4 test points. As you can see, I've got a possible solution test point, and it is actually a solution point. All right. And I've got a typo there. I've got one that only works for the red function. I got a point outside that works for none of them. And I've got a point down here that works only for the blue function. So let me show you a little more specifically, right? Because in your answer, I would like for you to actually test out a point, for you to tell me a point that is actually a solution. All you got to do is choose any point inside of the double shaded area. So I chose the point 0, 0. 0, 0 is a very simple one to try out, all right? So what I put right here is that to test a point, all you have to do is substitute the xy coordinate into both inequalities. So for example, if I'm testing 0, 0, I'm going to substitute 0 in for y and 0 in for x for the first inequality. All right. And I showed you the steps. And I end up with a statement that says 0 is greater than negative 4. That's a true statement. For my blue inequality, when I substitute 0 for both x and y, I end up, after simplifying, with 0 is less than 4. That is also a true statement. So you notice that 0, 0 is a point that works for both inequalities. That's why it's in the double shaded region. All right, let's talk about some that are not in the shaded region. So for example, 210. All right, I picked the point 210, which is up here, only works for the red function. Notice that when I substitute 2 for x and 10 for y for that inequality, for the red inequality, I end up getting 10 is greater than negative 8. That is a true statement. However, when I substitute it into the second one, I end up with a statement 10 is less than 8. That is a false statement, showing that this coordinate does not work for the blue inequality. It only works for the red. The other solution, other test points I have are 2, negative 10, which works only for the blue, and you can work that out to test it yourself. And 6, 5, which doesn't work for any of them. You'll end up with 2 incorrect statements. So that's basically all I've got for you. Got about 20 seconds worth of recording time here. So to summarize, the answer is the graph from Desmos. Copy it down, plot one point that is in the double shaded region. Make sure you double shade that, but pick one point, show the work, show that it actually works for both inequalities, and you're done. That's it. Thank you, guys.